I invite OnlyFans girls and porn stars or whatever on the show all the time. I don't have a major issue with them as I don't have a major issue with you guys as people, as persons. I really actually don't even object that much totally to the work you do. I have perhaps some objections, but when it comes to dating, specifically dating, I think it's a very whether it's me or other men, I think it's a very suboptimal move to date a woman who does porn or who does OnlyFans.
Dating or relationships? Because dating is kind of like you go out.
Even casual sex, I would say. Yeah.
You wouldn't say?
Well, I have maybe my standards are too high on this.
Maybe.
A woman, like for example, the body count thing that came up earlier. Some guys standard is, well, if a girl has a high body count, I'll still have sex with her, but I'll never take her serious in a long-term relationship. Right. My standard is, and this is my recommendation for men who are watching, if she has a high body count, she doesn't get anything. She doesn't get casual sex, even. You might think, well, she's the ideal woman to have casual sex with. Well, one, I'm not in favor of men having one-time casual sex with a woman. But to me, even if I was inclined to have a one-night stand or have casual sex, I would still prefer her body count to be low. I'd prefer her to be a virgin even for a one-night stand.
I believe that, because this is really a societal norm. Guys want somebody who's fresh out, who doesn't have penis. I get that. But at the same time, it's other guys in this world. It's 8 billion people on this earth. Sure. And a lot of them, well, I'm not going to say a lot, but a little percent of men who love to be cucks, who loves to be stags, who love to be, y'all don't understand it, but their brain is wired differently than y'all.
That's true. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Just like you guys don't think, okay, a lot of people have been through stuff, so our brains.
Wait, did you say mental stuff?
Yes, I'm not bringing up nothing like that, but when your brain,
she's right. She's right. They do got mental stuff.
When you go through certain traumas in your life, your brain wires differently. I'm not bringing it up. I'm just saying.
This is actually true. This is the most based. This is so based. So you're saying cucks have mental issues?
I'm saying
that's so based.
What I'm saying is
they're co-host. She's the new whatever co-host. I'm signing you to the whatever podcast. You're my co-host now.
What I'm saying is, yes, their brain is different than yours because why would the societal norm? When you go from that, why do we go from the societal norm? It's a reason why. Yeah. You guys might not understand it.
Oh, I don't.
But when our brain is working in fight or flight mode, when you're in fight or flight mode, you adapt to what you can. You see what I'm saying?
If I can jump in here.
And that's just for my perspective. Yeah. Me.
If I can jump in here really quick. So are you saying that cucks are a result of men being in their fight or flight mode?
No, I'm not. I'm speaking only about myself. I have no idea why.
You're saying that due to various events, traumas, and environment, the brain rewires itself.
And it makes you act a certain way, which me personally, I took it as an advantage. No, I don't want to go the same way everybody else wants. I don't want to go to therapy and live a life and be somebody's wife and do all this stuff. I'm already tainted in you guys' eyes.
But if you were to say,
what's the point?
If you were to say what mental illness was, wouldn't you say that? Hang on, I'm almost done. Wouldn't you say that the easiest way for us to detect mental illness is deviation from standard norm?
I mean, didn't they do that back in the day?
Yeah.
What did they used to do with anybody who was different from the normal?
Well, I mean, I don't know that just being different from the norm is necessarily.
You could look different if you came out as a smaller person. If you came out, okay, you asked me.
Hang on. Just let me finish the question. Right. I'm just saying one of the easiest ways to identify mental illness is if there's a big deviation from the norm. I mean, I
would not say that because I didn't do any studies. I'm not a doctor. I'm only an LPN. I'm not going to say.
I mean, how would you recognize a person who is crazy? Is there an easy way to recognize a person who's crazy where you're like, that fucker's crazy? What do you do?
When I've been watching the FBI shows, they show certain pictures and they do it. They say a person who's just stares.
No, I just mean from your perspective. When you're like, that fucker's crazy. What are the tells?
What the FBI say? They said that motherfucker over there. He looking like. Oh, sorry. They're saying like his.
You're good.
Oh,
Keep
they're
going.
saying like his eyes is big, or he
Yeah.
does this. He works. I'm gonna go with what they say.
That's like profiling. I'm just saying you.
And that's what I go
yeah,
with.
but you personally, if you were to go,
Personally.
you're like walking down the street and you go, that fucker's crazy.
I'm
He would
gonna
have
go.
to be doing some shit that was way outside the norm, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how you would identify it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
correct.
what Brian's saying is maybe it's mental illness because we can see that these are heavily deviated from the norm.
I'm just agreeing with her.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not
I agree with her.
disagreeing
She
with
made a
you.
great
I
case.
just know that it's I just know that it's
Yeah.
the truth for a lot of people, and I
But-
know for myself alone. For me, I can't say anybody else been through things, but for myself, I know why I'm the way I am, and I came to terms with it. That's why I just, you're not gonna make me think differently
Yeah.
because you can't get me out of this state of mind.
And
You
look,
see?
a lot of women don't want to date me because of what I do. I get it. It's okay.
And I
It's
don't
all
want
right.
nobody
They don't
to
want to
date.
date me because I've got a toxic podcast. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm okay with it. I just think, like dating, it's like I said, dating someone who does porn, no offense, guys, it's kind of subpar. It's like a pretty weak build. I don't know if you guys know World of Warcraft, but like